Let's make a card for someone we love. Why would you buy a card when you could make a card for someone that you love? You need pencils, some markers, any kind of markers, a bone folder, but you don't need it. You could use a marker. You also need something to cut the paper. If you don't have one of these, you could use one of these. If you don't have one of these, you can use scissors. If you don't have scissors, you can just carefully rip the paper to fit into the envelope. For a card, you want the paper to be a little thick. Michaels has this stuff called Recollections. This is really nice paper. I found this online. It's called Neenah Cardstock. As you can tell, I use it. But this is nice paper too. Staples, Target, all these places that have this Astro Brights. It's a little too smooth for me. You could use an old pad mixed media paper. It's actually pretty good paper. Now, what you have to do is you have to fold it in half, like this. Not concerned if I fold it perfectly, doesn't matter. Because we're gonna cut the paper after we fold it so that it's straight and the right side. Bone folder. A couple of times. If you don't have a bone folder, you can take a pen and you just press it across like that. You wanna make the crease nice and strong. Okay, I gotta put my glasses on for this. Gotta size this paper so we know it will fit in the envelope. I'm gonna use an A7 envelope. I'm gonna make a card for my son Lachlan, who I love. I love you, Lachlan. I'm making this card for you. So we folded this piece of paper and we gotta get it to fit to this envelope. It's too big, doesn't fit. I cut this paper down. A7 envelope, 7.25 by 5.25. So my card should be 7 by 5. That's a good size. Folded, it needs to be 7 by 5. For the top corner, a 1/2 inch, 7. The reason I'm doing this edge, it's not perfect. I marked them at 7 inches. I'm gonna take this thing. If you wanna turn card making into a hobby, I highly recommend you get one of these. This is very sharp. You gotta be very careful. If you're a child and you're using this thing, you gotta make sure there's an adult with you. Line it up. That's very satisfying. I'm gonna turn this around. Always keep the blade down when you're not using it. This is very dangerous. This is up to the side. I have my 7. I gotta make this 5. I wanna measure from the fold. You don't wanna measure from this, because if you measure from this and go in, you cut this, and all of a sudden you have 2 pieces of paper. You don't have a folded card. 5. Boop, boop. To demonstrate how to do this without a cutter, take my ruler, draw a line. Scissors!